Welcome back to Battle of the Beer. We've got an extra special episode. So we've got Rogue Ales / Star Wars Rogue One episode for you today. So we just kind of randomly picked 3 of their kind of, I don't know, eclectic bomber offerings that they have. As you can see, they're kind of off the beaten path for what you would consider a regular beer. So without further ado, Jason's gonna open one of these bad boys up and we're gonna try them Battle Royale style.
All right, Lucas, our first offering is the new Crustacean Barleywine IPA, sorta. Let's enjoy it, eh, Governor?
Yeah, there's a lot of words in this title. It's not really one of anything.
No.
It's kind of just a...
You know,
mashup.
I'm excited because I don't get the opportunity to try too many of the Rogue Bombers because, well, A, they're a little pricey, typically, and they're kind of off-the-wall flavors, so you never know what you're really going to get out of the deal. So.
I feel like they're almost like gifts. They're almost like novelty gifts that you get. Like, oh, you like beer? Here's this, you know, Sriracha beer, for instance.
So this should be, it's a barley wine, but it should be somewhat IPA-ish. 11 price. What's it? I think 11 point something.
Yeah, pretty heavy on this one, as you know, barley wines tend to be, and plus imperial. I mean, you got all of that working together to make a heavy beer.
Nice head, great color, high carb action. Really light on the mouthfeel though. I don't get the hit from this being as strong alcohol-wise as it is.
No, it certainly doesn't taste like it. No. I get a little warmth in the belly, but other than that, it doesn't smell like it. It doesn't taste like it.
You could derail yourself very quickly, I think, if you weren't careful.
Flavors I'm pulling though, there's quite a bit of like a honey sweetness to it, almost.
Got a little citrus, a little fresh citrus taste.
And then of course you got some hoppy IPA-ish flavors going on there as well, which
very light on the IPA though, in terms of an IPA taste.
Yes, I would say it tends to be a little bit more barley wine-ish than anything. So, all right, let's move on to the next Rogue beer. If you saw Spooky Beer, then you know that when it comes to spiciness, I get a little hesitant. And sure enough, we've got Rogue Ales Sriracha Stout. I'm expecting spiciness, but it's also a little bit of a challenge because I want to see if something will make me sweat like, you know, Armageddon, horrible hot sauce flavor, you know, that you would get on your Buffalo Wild Wings, for instance. We are not sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. This is...
You can buy us Buffalo Wild Wings, though.
This is pouring out like the demon's blood. It's like a thick black ichor.
Oh, boy. Oh, I can smell sriracha.
Is there some spice in there? I haven't really eaten sriracha either, so...
You should. It's amazing. Interesting. You get kind of like your basic stout taste, but then you can pick up little notes of the sriracha, and then it is on the back end. There's just a tiny, well, for me, a tiny little bit of spice. I'm a little more spice immune than most. I don't know. What about you? What is that? You feel that little?
I get the kick. I get a little bit of that, like when you drink the liquid, it just kind of slowly goes around back to where, you know, like I hold it on my tongue a little bit to make sure I can taste it all. It's starting to get spicier and spicier, and if you watch the Spooky episode, this is much spicier than the peppercorn beer that we had.
Yes, the sriracha really kind of covers up the typical stout flavorings and aromas that you would get.
It's all spice. There's not really a lot of taste beyond just kind of your typical stout. But I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I'm kind of drawn to it a little bit, even though I'm not over here sweating or anything.
Yeah, other than that, medium body, low carb. I mean, not bad overall.
No, honestly, not that bad either.
All right, our final Rogue Ale for this evening is the Voodoo Donut Mango Astronaut Ale. It's a beer from space. So it's even better for Star Wars. I mean,
yes,
pew,
that's
pew,
true.
Pew, fight the rebellion. Do the thing. Let's just open it and enjoy the offerings.
I'm looking forward to this one because Rogue Ales, they have a collaboration with Voodoo Donut, but they don't always do the same thing every year.
Yes.
I know they have I don't know if I think it's new, just released recently, is a Grape Ape, which is kind of a grape donut that Voodoo has, and they made a beer of. And then last year they had something that was different too. So when I went to pick this up, I was like, oh, can I have the Voodoo Donut thing? And he was like, which one do you want? Yeah, like, way to be an idiot and not know what you're talking about.
And the bottle's the color of Pepto-Bismol, so it's got to be good.
Smell, get a little bit of that in your nostrils there.
It's a fruity party.
It is. I bet if I sat that right there and just waited a few seconds, I'd smell it eventually. It would fill the room. It's so fruity.
Wow, that has, compared to having just a Sriracha hot sauce,
Holy cow.
That's like having a Jolly Rancher in your...
That is great. This could have been on the dessert beer.
Yeah, it's very light, very crisp. That mango taste. It's not...
I'm not detecting a lot of donut in there.
No, but it reminds me if I would have like a fruit, if it was having like a mango juice. It's like a diluted fruit flavoring. I don't
Almost
know.
like a drink you would order at Starbucks. We are not sponsored by Starbucks.
Huh. I mean, light body, very crisp. Like those fruity notes come in. It's got that same color as our barley wine, like that light IPA in color.
This might be an upset for me. We'll see. Well, let's score this one and we'll find out. We're not really going to have a winner in this, but we are just going to say, should you buy it? Should you try it? And so take those scores in with that in your mind, basically. So let's get to it. We'll score these ones and come back right after.
Lucas, we have tasted the offerings. Let's share with the people our final thoughts here. Let's start off with the barley wine, the IPA-ish thingamajig.
Imperial Assault. I really just kind of wanted a barley wine. For the cost of this alone, this bomber alone, I would rather just go out and buy a couple of barley wines that I haven't tried before. It's a decent beer. It's worth trying one time, but I'm glad I tried it here, but I don't think I would ever buy it again personally. I
will disagree. I like that it was like an IPA, but then it was not. The only barley wine I've had experience with is one by Stone. And I found this to be enjoyable. I mean, it isn't the most amazing beer I've ever had, no, but I found it to be a nice offering, a nice mix of an IPA and that old barley wine.
So my overall was 3.75.
I had identical, actually.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not a bad beer.
Well, let's go with the Sriracha Stout.
Yes. For the Sriracha Stout, I was, of course, as I said, really looking forward to something that brought the heat, Jason. And the more you drink this thing, the hotter it gets. So probably should have let it sit for a few, but my initial response was, it's kind of hot. 5 minutes later, it's pretty spicy. So to me, I kind of look at it as a novelty. I am glad I tried it. I would have picked this over the barley wine-ish thing. And from that alone, I will say it's quite an experience. So I gave it a 3.5. It's worth trying one time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really good blend of a stout and Sriracha. It really, what's on the label is really what you get. There's no false advertising there. I gave it a 3.6, which I'm surprised when I think about it. I thought I'd scored a little higher, but I enjoyed the stout taste mixed with the Sriracha. It's just it's a nice combination. I
mean, I think, at least for me, when I was looking at the bombers and what people have heard about, I think is probably the Voodoo Donut mashup with Rogue Ales. What were your thoughts on the?
Well, I've been eager to try one of the Voodoo Donut offerings because I've always wanted to, but first of all it's in such a large bottle, and then you're like, do I want to show that much out for myself? This and that. So this was the mango astronaut ale, and it's what, again, no false advertising here. There's a really great mango taste. It's very fruity.
Very strong mango.
On the aroma and the taste. I mean, it's a pleasant beer. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's a good flavor.
Overall, what would you get? What did you give it?
It was 3.9. So I mean, I scored all of these very closely.
That is very close.
I kind of think in my head I would have the Sriracha more, but no, it was the mango won it over for me.
Yeah, that's interesting because for me, if these, I look at it, I don't know why, but I just look at it as if I were to drink more of something, which one would I want to drink more of? And I think that the mango Voodoo donut is what kind of, out of all of these, is the one that gets that.
Yeah.
I would buy a 4-pack of this.
Yeah, it definitely has more drinkability than the other two.
Yeah, so for me, overall, I gave it a 4.25. Yeah, I mean, these are, for both of us, they were all very close in that they weren't bad beers. They were very interesting to try, and I'm glad that we both got the opportunity to do that. But I would say that all of them come with the Battle of the Beer stamp of approval of trying them at the very least. With all that said, I think if you're going to only try one, try the Voodoo Mango Donut or any of the other offerings of the donut variety that they have going on.
All right, you've heard our thoughts on these Rogue Ales. Why don't you chime in on the comments below and give us your favorite Rogue beer.
Hey, if you liked this video, check out the rest of our offerings on our YouTube channel, and have a nice day.
And we'll see you next time on Battle of the Beer.